Syvendra. One team, one goal. One team, one goal. Saai Syvendra.
The deafening roar of the audience echoed in my ears. The rush of adrenaline coursed through my veins. It was an ultimate battle between us and our sworn rivals. Finally, victory was ours. I lifted the trophy to the sky. Contest master, ladies and gentlemen, that was a Saturday evening at the Sugandhadasa swimming pool. We had just won the under 15 water polo encounter. It was also the day that a bunch of 15-year-olds huddled around and made a pact. We are going to come back in 4 years. We are going to win the under 19 encounter. One team, one goal. Life went on. I soon sat for my O-level exam. I chose to do maths for my A-levels. During the last year of my A-level exam, I was asked the most important question. Do you want to take up captaincy of the water polo team? I was over the moon. I knew my dad would be too, so I rushed home and told my dad. But a hush fell over our conversation. I could hear the gears of concern turning in his mind. Son, he started with cautious. That's great, but can you balance everything? If I accepted the role of captain, I would have to go for swimming practices early in the morning. I would have to go for practices late in the evening. I would be the first person to walk into school. I would be the last person to walk out. I would have to be in the pool when the sun rose. I would have to be in the pool when the sun set. That is why my dad was worried. I get it. But what better way to have a successful water polo career than lead your team into victory at your final encounter? So I took up the role of captain, and me and my teammates worked hard day in and day out. Because remember, we had a pact to keep. Out of the blue, and with a bang, came COVID. An unforeseen series of events unfolded. Practices came to a halt. Schools came to a halt. The entire world came to a halt. And I wondered, whose fault? I was stuck at home. I was in my bed when the sun rose. I was in my bed when the sun set. I was lost. As usual, my dad came into my room with a cup of tea, but this time, he asked a question. Sai, is everything okay? No, Dad. You see, a few years ago, we made a pact, and that was to win the under 19 encounter. But now, I'm not even sure that encounter will happen. Did I just waste all my time all these years? Son, you've been working really hard all these years to help your teammates and to balance everything. And yes, life sometimes doesn't work the way you planned it out to be. But always remember, you are not just a character in your story. You are an author as well. So have some patience. But Dad, the encounter might not even happen. How can I change that? Son, all you can do now is focus on what you're going to do next. Whatever you choose to do, give it your 100%. Because life is such. Ladies and gentlemen, I was confused. What was my dad trying to say there? That is when I realized that all along it was one team, one goal. Ladies and gentlemen, in your life, are you someone who has been trying really hard, putting in long hours to get that one promotion, but then suddenly your company goes through a major restructuring? Or are you someone who worked tirelessly to get good grades, but then falls sick close to exams? Or are you someone in a committed relationship, and then your partner decides that they don't feel that spark anymore? It is at those times that you have to understand, you are not just a character in your story, you are an author as well. Yes, there are those circumstances which you cannot control, but you can go ahead and script your own ending. As for me, when practices started again, I put my heart and soul into practices. It was yet another Saturday evening at the Sugadadasi swimming pool. The deafening roars of the audience echoed in my ears. The adrenaline rush coursed through my veins. It was yet another perfect evening. Finally, victory was ours. I was on the sidelines as my teammates lifted the trophy to the sky. That was the year after my cancelled encounter. Yes, I did not get an encounter to play, but they, amidst all the celebration, came up to me and said, "Sai, thank you very much for everything you've done and showed us what a captain is all about," and handed me the trophy. As my team cheered on, I had a big smile as I lifted the trophy to the sky. Pandit Master.